Great to have your company. This is the Santos Tour Down Under, and of course we're in the Queen stage, the Bike Exchange Stage 5, McLaren Vale to Wollonga Hill. We're going to see them come over Wollonga Hill twice. That means that they all need a lot of nutrition. Now we have performance nutritionist Ted Munson. You're out here from London, first time here in Australia,
First time,
Ted,
yeah.
so you're seeing these conditions for the first time. But I just wanted to talk to you about the whole idea of energy first off and nutrition. We just saw one of the guys having a bar, like having a protein bar probably.
Definitely, yeah. I mean, first things first is the preparation. These riders have had to get out of here 2-3 weeks early, actually prepare the body for it. The energy is completely different in these conditions compared to conditions back home. So they'll aim to take on around 60 to 90 grams of carbohydrates per hour, and they'll use a mixture of bars, gels, carbohydrate, electrolyte drinks. With that, they'll try and mix it up all the time.
Yeah, so you would see there like 60 to 90 grams of carbs. They start fueling early during the ride, and they fuel every 20 minutes, 20 grams of carbs.
Yeah, I mean, the body always uses more than it can possibly absorb. So that's important to start taking on energy early.
Okay, now let's talk about the whole idea of hydration. We had a day on Tuesday. It must have been over 45 degrees for the riders, so the comfort level not there at all, so that they're continually having to bring fluids into the system.
Of course, and actually speaking to some of the Team Sky riders, actually hit 47 on those roads, something that some of them might not have experienced before. So, you know, they'll try and take on around 500 to 1,000 ml of fluid per hour. On top of that, they'll be drinking to thirst, and they are limited to what they can possibly absorb.
So there we're looking at it there, the sweating rates, and it's quite extraordinary to see how the science works and how much fluid goes out of the system.
Of course, and on top of that, they're actually losing a lot of salts as well. And you've got to make sure, I've spoken to a lot of riders this week that are just taking on water. It's important to include sodium in there, at least 300 to 500 milligrams per hour. Sodium, the salts, actually help retain and use fluid in the system.
How much weight could they potentially use, or lose rather, over a stage like this, 151.5? Because it's not that hot, it's probably mid-20s today.
Yeah, I mean, you got to think that if they're losing 2.5 litres of fluid, that's almost 2.5 kilos of body mass. You know, they need that. If they're losing more than 2 to 3% of fluid through the body mass, that can severely impair recovery, impair dehydration as well.
Yeah,
they'll try and offset that as much as possible.
We're watching Caleb Ewan there, and this is the post-exercise regime. So what are they taking within 30 minutes? You tell me what that is.
They'll take a carbohydrate protein shake. This is just, you can do it with food, but it's all about convenience. They want to finish the ride, they want to get something in them as soon as possible. We have what's known as the 30-minute window. This is the ideal window to take on energy. The body wants to suck it up, it wants to use it. Within an hour, they'll try and take on full meal. Usually this is a lot sooner than an hour, but this will be mainly a carbohydrate-based meal. And throughout, they'll try and replace around 150% of their body mass that they've lost with fluid. So taking on 1.5 litres of fluid ideally.
So they're drinking water, and water with sodium and other kinds of things all the time. Look, great to talk to you, Ted. It's really an insight. Your company, SIS, or the company that you work for, supply 10 teams, including Sky, and
yeah, we've got a lot of these riders are using SIS today. We're official nutrition sponsors of Team Sky, and we're very proud to be able to learn a lot about what they do, and it really helps inform us.